Hello, everyone, and welcome to movie flashback number 13. In this flashback, we are going behind the scenes of the 2004 film Troy. If you are new to this channel, welcome. Click the subscribe button below for future notifications and updates. Click the like button to share this content with other movie fans. If you are a new subscriber, I will explain what is a movie flashback. In filmmaking, a flashback is a scene in a movie set in a time earlier than the main story. In film criticism, there are two types of critiques. First, you have a movie review, in which critics review movies that recently came out, and they tell you what they thought of the movie. The second type is academic criticism, in which you take a class at a college or university in film history and watch films of historical significance. The movie flashback here at Nightglow takes film history out of the classroom, and together we go down memory lane talking about films we love. This gives me a chance to go back in time and talk about movies that may be in my collection or in your collection. So this year we are celebrating the 20th anniversary of Troy. Ding, 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 ding. And I wanted to do a flashback for this film because it is another polarizing film. The movie fans went to go see it. The critics hated it. And every time I watch this movie, I really don't understand why the critics bashed it. It is not on the list of great films, but it is not one of the worst films ever made. Far from it. Troy is considered to be an epic historical war film. It was directed by Wolfgang Petersen, who passed away 2 years ago this month. It starred Brad Pitt as Achilles and Bana as Prince Hector. It has a star-studded supporting cast, including Orlando Bloom and Peter O'Toole. The screenplay was written by David Benioff, one of the producers of the Game of Thrones series, one of the greatest TV series ever made. It was released in theaters on May 14th, 2004, and the running time is 2 hours, 43 minutes. However, there is a director's cut that clocks in at 3 hours, 16 minutes. I personally prefer the director's cut because the theatrical release looks and feels choppy. The budget was somewhere between $175 to $185 million in 2004 dollars, and it grossed approximately $498 million at the box office. Therefore, it is on the list of the top 10 highest grossing films of 2004. So this movie is based on the Trojan War, and this is not the first time Hollywood has made movies about the Trojan War. Years ago, my father sent me a 1950s film that was based on the Trojan War, and I believe, if I remember correctly, the title of that film is Helen of Troy. So, based on my research, I was not able to find out who came up with the idea of making another movie about the Trojan War and how Benioff came to write the script. But I was able to find fun facts about the making of this film, and these fun facts reminds me of what I learned when I taught myself screenwriting, filmmaking, and video editing. I learned that when it comes to making a movie, whatever can go wrong, goes wrong. Because so many things can go wrong, a wise man once said, "A film director is in charge of the mess." Da da da. So if you are an aspiring filmmaker and you want to get yourself mentally prepared for making a film, whether it's a short film or a feature, this flashback is probably suited for you. Otherwise, if you are a fan of film history like I am, buckle up, because here we go with these fun facts about Troy. All right, so Fun fact number 1. Wolfgang Petersen did not want the character of Helen to appear in the movie. Her nickname was the face that launched 1,000 ships, so she was one of the most beautiful women in the ancient world and one of the most beautiful mortals in Greek mythology. So he thought no one could live up to the audience's expectations. However, the producers insisted he hire someone, so he decided to hire an unknown actress at that time, Diane Kruger. Fun fact number 2. Garrett Hedlund, who played Patroclus, Achilles' younger cousin and a member of his warriors known as the Myrmidons, got the part 1 month after moving to Los Angeles to pursue an acting career. Fun fact number 3. At the time of production, which was February 2003, there was an impending war in Iraq, so production was moved from Morocco to Baja California Sur, located in Mexico. Then 2 hurricanes hit the set in less than a month during the last days of production. One of those hurricanes tore through the set at night and destroyed Brad Pitt's house. Pitt woke up at 4 in the morning, so he slept throughout the hurricane because he was too tired from the night before. Whoa. Fun fact number 4. Brad Pitt actually tore his Achilles tendon during production, which is crazy because according to the myth, Achilles died when he was killed at that same spot of the leg. Alrighty, yikes. And last but not least, fun fact number 5. And this is where we got to watch a scene from the movie. Brad Pitt and Eric Bana did not use stunt doubles for the duel. They made what's called a gentleman's agreement to pay for every accidental hit. At the end of the duel, Brad Pitt owed Bana $750. Eric Bana owed Brad Pitt nothing, so Eric Bana won the agreement. In my opinion, the duel scene is one of my favorite scenes in the film. I don't think I have seen a fight like this in any other action epic. All the elements came together brilliantly: the costumes, the weapons, and the fight choreography. What makes Brad Pitt's portrayal of Achilles so special is the unique way he fights. When you watch other action films that rely on fight scenes, other characters look strong and heavy, whereas Brad Pitt's Achilles look fast and methodical. To fight like Brad Pitt's Achilles takes years of practice to the point where you can outfight anyone regardless of size and kill your opponent so quickly. Achilles is dangerous because he is so fast and light on his feet. And I don't think we have seen a character like Achilles since Troy. If you want to study fight choreography, Troy is the perfect film to study. But not just any fight scene. The best fight choreography involves Brad Pitt's portrayal of Achilles. Let's take a look at the scene where Achilles defeats a man bigger and taller than he is. What an amazing sequence of shots. So, not only did many film critics bash the movie, but since it was released on DVD, actors have come out to criticize the film. Peter O'Toole, who played King Priam, one of the greatest actors of all time, he was disappointed in the movie. Story has it that he watched the first 15 minutes of the film during its premiere, walked out, and called Petersen a clown. Brad Pitt was disappointed in the film as well. Story has it, he said, and I am cutting down this quote, "I had to do Troy because I pulled out of another movie, and I had to do something for the studio, so I was put in Troy. It was not painful, but I realized that the way the movie was being told was not how I wanted it to be. I made my own mistakes in it. I could not get out of the middle of the frame. It was driving me crazy. Somewhere in it, Troy became a commercial kind of thing. Every shot was like, here's the hero. There was no mystery. End quote. So I feel bad for Peter O'Toole and Brad Pitt. I feel bad that they had issues with the movie. But as I mentioned in the beginning of this flashback, the movie fans gave it some love. The Academy nominated it for Best Costume Design at the 2005 Oscars. It was nominated for Best DVD Special Edition Release Director's Cut by the Academy of Sci-Fi, Fantasy, and Horror Films. MTV Movie Awards, who gives out the Golden Popcorn, nominated Brad Pitt for Best Male Performance and nominated Brad Pitt and Eric Bana for Best Fight. In my opinion, getting nominated for a Golden Popcorn is a big deal. What I did not know is there is an award called World Stunts. World Stunts Awards nominated Troy for Best Fight and Best Stunt Coordinator. Another awards I never heard of is the World Soundtrack. The World Soundtrack Awards nominated Troy for Best Original Song Written for Film for Remember Me by Josh Groban, which leads to another reason I love this film so much. The soundtrack you hear during the closing credits. I have mentioned before that I watch closing credits, so usually I am the last person to leave a theater when the movie is over. And the ushers come in to clean the movie theater. And I remember listening to the soundtrack and thinking this is a great piece of music. I had the song and the soundtrack on my iPod, but now I listen to music on my phone, so it's now on my phone. Josh Groban did an amazing job with this song. If you never heard of it, you can find the song right here on YouTube. So this is one of those films that is not perfect, but I always enjoy it. So I propose a toast to the 20th anniversary of Troy. Cheers. I am just having water. That is all for today, my friends. I will see you next time with another movie flashback. This time, it's going to be movie flashback number 14. And may Peter O'Toole and Wolfgang Petersen continue to rest in peace. Take care.